How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's Oceans Reviews here today. I know it's been quite some time since I've made a video, but I just haven't had the time as of lately. Life things get in the way of making videos sometimes, and yeah, that's just how it is. But nevertheless, I'm not gone or anything. I'm still here. Just sometimes, might be work or like some other hobby or something that takes away my time from making videos sometimes. So as of recently, at least where I've been playing games a bit more, which I am a gamer, so sometimes that takes my attention away, playing games. And also my newfound addiction to The Walking Dead, which has been also another thing that's taken my attention away. I've been watching through that, and now I'm up to season 7 of that now, so started from the beginning again and then rewatching it, and it seems to be a common trend with me where I restart shows from the beginning and watch them again and halfway through and then just don't finish them. I think it's because I just don't want them to end because I love them so much, that's why. But anyway, a little background of where I've been. Still been around, just haven't really had the time to make a video. But in this video, I wanted to show you guys some of the recent pickups I got over the past at least month since my last video. Haven't been picking up a lot. I've been trying to focus on the movies that I have in my collection already. I've been trying to watch the movies I buy first before I go out and buy more, and it just adds up. It's a bad habit of sort of buying films, not watching them, and buying more films on top of that, and then buying more films on top of that, and I've just got this huge stack of films to watch to get through, and it's just I need to start watching the movies that I actually buy first before going out and buying more. So cut that back a little bit, just a whole bunch, just because I felt like it wasn't good. I don't think it's a good collecting habit, or it's not a good collecting practice, at least. But anyway, we're going to go over some of the pickups I got in the last month or so. Not a lot. 4 titles here, so definitely not a lot by any means. But 4 movies that I'm happy to have in the collection. I've checked out a few of them so far, but first film is Pearl. So I did get Pearl. Was very interested by this movie because a lot of people said it was a lot better than X. I did enjoy X to some extent, but X obviously is just like a pretty typical hack and slash sort of horror film. Nothing too special about it. And I was excited because this film was supposed to add some sort of substance to that story or that film, regarding the back story of one of the characters in X, which at first I thought, oh yeah, that's cool, that sounds great. I wouldn't mind checking that out because apparently it's good, at least from what I heard. But I'm going to tell you guys now, I didn't really enjoy this film. I thought the acting was really good, but the storyline, after going through it and watching it, I felt like I didn't really need to see it after all. I was kind of disappointed. I just thought it wasn't really necessary. It was just a film that wasn't necessary, I think, at all. Like the story, that character's backstory, like a movie based on her backstory wasn't necessary. I just was like, hey, it was whatever. I didn't really care too much for it, which was, a shame because I wanted to like it, but I just couldn't. I'm sorry, I just couldn't. I'd prefer to sit down and watch X again, to be honest. I know that probably sounds pretty left field, but yeah, I don't know. So yeah, this is one of the new releases that I did pick up in the past month or so. So we did get a release here in Australia, which was great. But yeah, the one and only release that I got in the past month so far. And then I got Donnie Darko on 4K. We got a 4K release here in Australia not too long ago for Donnie Darko. Very interesting film. This was a first time watch for me, but it's one that I've heard a lot about and one that I've wanted to check out since hearing just so much about it. Very strange, I must admit. Very wacky and twisted. It's a film that I'm going to have to give it another go and watch it again. Yeah, because it's just interesting. It's one of those movies that just takes a few turns, and sort of, at least I feel like for me, it's a movie that you need to watch another time to get the deeper meaning to it. But I enjoyed it. I enjoyed some of the vibes it gave me, some of the scenes. I enjoyed it for the most part. Definitely a different film. This film drew me to this film. I got drawn to this film because of Jake Gyllenhaal as well. Which I do like Jake Gyllenhaal as well. He's a great actor, so another reason why I wanted to watch this. But it's an interesting one. It's one that I'm going to have to watch again. Maybe it might grow on me with time after a few more rewatches. I might really enjoy it after then. But first rewatch, first impressions, interesting, but I'm not too sure about it yet. I don't dislike it. I do like it, but it's an interesting one. It's something to think about. It's a movie that you watch and then you just sit on and then you think about after you watch it for some time. And it's definitely one of those films. So I got Donnie Darko. And then I got Mortal Kombat Legends, Scorpion's Revenge. I do enjoy Mortal Kombat to some extent. I enjoy the games, at least, to some extent. I've heard some good things about the films, like these animated sort of films. I know AJ, over at AJ's Movie Place, he might have picked one up maybe a while ago now. But I think he recommended it at some point, or like the Mortal Kombat films in general. So I wanted to pick it up. I saw it at CEX and it was a cheap price. So I decided to snag it, give it a go. But I haven't actually watched this one yet. But it'd be interesting to see an animated version of Mortal Kombat. And you know how Mortal Kombat is. Pretty graphic, fatalities and all that sort of stuff. But I'm actually kind of interested to see more of like the deeper sort of story surrounding Mortal Kombat as well, because I'm not really too familiar with like the characters outside of just like the games. I'm not really too familiar with the storyline or anything to do with that, so it's another reason why I wanted to pick it up. I'm not sure where this film stands in terms of the franchise of these films at the moment, so I'm not sure if this is number 1 or number 2 or number 3. I think there's maybe 4 or 5 of these. Correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, it's something I wanted to check out. I saw it there, so I thought, why not? I'll give it a go. And then we got one film here, the only DVD that I've picked up for the past month or so, and that is The Mitchells vs. The Machines. I thought this film was fantastic. It came out on Netflix not too long ago, and that's where I watched it for the first time, on Netflix, and I loved it. Fantastic animated film. The animation is amazing, of course. The story is great. The characters are really likable and enjoyable. All round fantastic. Loved it, and I knew I wanted this in the collection. I know in the UK they got a Blu-ray release, but we didn't get one, and this was only $5 at JB Hi-Fi, so I was happy to just do that, just to get the DVD on, for $5 at JB. I was happy to do that. That's a pretty small price to pay instead of getting it imported or anything like that. So happy to have this one now in the collection. It was really good. I highly recommend this one. Not a lot of people talked about it. I don't even think I heard anyone talk about it whatsoever when it first came out, which is kind of disappointing because I thought it was really good. Check it out. Definitely check this one out if you guys have not seen this one yet. Fantastic. Highly rate it. But that's about it, guys. I know that's a very small update from me. I'm not going to collect as much as I once did. I'm trying to cut back, not only because, you know, it's just a thing of like actually watching the films first that I buy, then just buying. It's hard though. Sometimes it is hard because you go to CEX and you see things and you're like, oh, I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind that. And I go to CEX at least once a week, you know, just to browse and see what they've got. So it is kind of hard sometimes. But as of lately, at least for the past month or so, I have sort of cut back and actually gone through the movies in my collection first, sat down and gave them a good go and watched them before I sort of start going out in the wild and collecting stuff again. But I've also focused on other areas of collecting, mainly not just movies, but like things like figures to some extent. Not really, but like some few little pop things here and there. But anyway, pickups. I'm just rambling now. Pickups for the past month or so. A few bits that I'm happy to have in the collection. Maybe not so much Pearl. Not sure if that's one that I'll hang on to. I don't think it's one that I'm going to revisit again either anytime soon. But yeah, I'd like to know what you guys think of these movies down below. Let me know what you think. All these movies are okay. I mean, except Pearl. Pearl's not really great, or at least I didn't enjoy it as much as maybe other people did. But I'd love to know what you think of the movie down below. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. I am back. I'm going to be making more videos here on out. Maybe cut down to maybe at least one a week. I feel like that's manageable to some extent. But yeah, we'll see how we go. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.